Jeff Metcalf, the real story behind the live stream. For over a year, the public was told the situation in Collin County track meet was never about race. We heard in the press conference and we heard it in the victim impact statements right inside the courtroom. What happens when the official cameras go away and the live stream turns on? Today, I'm breaking down the digital footage I witnessed firsthand that completely shattered the public narrative. You are about to hear the real story the mainstream news missed. Let's get into it. Oh my gosh, guys, there's so much I don't know where to begin. Let's start with the video. So right now, we all seen the video of Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff, going on a live stream and just spewing hatred, just expressing his hatred for Black people. There's just no way around it. I'll show you the clip that I got from the Neighborhood Talk, I believe it is. And I'm pretty sure by now everybody has seen this tape. This tape has gone viral because it's just unbelievable. And you know what we've learned over the years as Black people? When someone says, "I'm not racist, but," or "this isn't about race, but," you wouldn't even have to address the issue if it wasn't about race. And if you are a follower of my channel, you know I have said so many times, I don't mean to be mean, but, and then I say the meanest thing that I can possibly think of because I think it's funny. You don't have to throw out a warning sign before you make a comment. Okay, that just means, yeah, this whole thing is about race, but I can't say it out loud. So finally he got to say it out loud. But that ain't all he's been doing. Have you ever wondered, I wonder why mainstream media isn't covering this? No CNN, no MS Now, none of the big networks. There's no hour-by-hour updates on X, the way the Diddy trial was. Have you ever wondered why? The only news outlet that's major, that's really big, that's covering it is Fox News. That's right, people. You know that network that hate people with melanin in their skin? Fox News? Now, if you're like me, you didn't catch on as to what was going on. I had no idea what was happening until a friend of mine brought it up. And this is a famous journalist that has been on television lots of times. Okay, here's what and how it was relayed to me. According to the rumors, the journalists are being very censored right now. They cannot say certain things. They can't talk about certain people, or you will be fired. Okay? And you've seen really good journalists being fired for their opinions. I'm being told, since certain people have come into power, and you know who I'm talking about, but I'm being told that these people have the major networks in a chokehold. I'm being told he is very sensitive about information getting put out there. Okay, like I'm hearing he goes home at night and watches TV all damn night. And if he hears anything bad about him, he calls in the networks and he puts a stop to it. Now, I don't know about you, but I call that censorship. I'm being told that he called certain networks and said, do not touch this trial. This is what I'm being told. Only networks that he deems credible can talk about this trial. And on a normal day, you would say, why would people with power worry about what's going on in Texas? I don't know. Why did they worry what was going on with Kyle Rittenhouse? So the word got around to the mainstream media, if you touch this story, you will be fired. And let's not forget, when another journalist tried to cover what was going on in Minnesota, he got arrested and put in jail for being a reporter. So with none of the big networks really covering the trial, that left it to the bloggers. Now let's talk about what's happening to the bloggers. Now we know during the trial, all of the white supremacist groups were out there hot and heavy. They were saying things like, he needs to be hanged, he needs a lynching. I got all of this on tape, and I'm sure you guys already seen it. Not only that, they started threatening and bullying female African-American bloggers. We all know that Neek at Night was a victim of it. She was crying, poor thing. No telling what they said to her. I'm not sure if she shared it yet or not, but they were threatening her. They tried to shame her name, talk about her. People start making blogs about her. This is a scare tactic to get you to fall back. But they only did the women. They did not do it to the men. And that's because white supremacists are a bunch of punks, okay? Scary punks. They feel boldened in groups, in groves. They will never take you on one-on-one because there was no way in hell that they were going to go up to black men who they fear and start talking shit. That would be a fatal mistake for them. See, racism only works if you fear them. If you do not fear them, they're a bunch of lunatics that are wasting their time. But let's talk about how they just didn't leave it at the courtroom. Let's talk about what they're doing on the internet. They've been going into people's chats, harassing them, going into people's comment sections, harassing, saying bad things about the young man, all of it, okay? Not only that, then they start mass flagging your videos. If you get your videos mass flagged, that's viewer suppression, meaning you're not going to get that many views because YouTube is going to take you out of the algorithm. Not only that, they started taking down my videos. What? For what? I'm covering a trial. I actually had a video taken down for spreading false information. False information, and I'm covering a trial. I'm looking at it the same way you guys are looking at it. And then they said it could incite a riot. What? Saying that he was found guilty is inciting a riot? What? If there was a riot, I'm not getting involved. What are you talking about? Me saying he's guilty is inciting a riot. But white supremacists who said hang him from a tree is not inciting a riot. Now, look, I already told you guys I'm not getting paid for these videos. So, I'm going to keep making them. But I just felt that you guys needed to hear that part for now. Now, let's talk about this man, Jeff Metcalf, going on a hatred spree. Okay, he has truly deep-seated hatred for black people. Now, in this clip, he's specifically talking to KA's parents.
The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race. Don't get me wrong. We got a lot of people that embarrass the shit out of me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that shit. And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for everything else. We're the bad ones. We're the one that held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do. Tell me one thing you can't do that I can't do. We all have equal rights. What's it say? All men are created equal. The First Amendment protects free speech. I'm for it.
Now, I want you guys to listen very closely to the next part because I honestly believe he just threatened them. Take a listen.
Free speech doesn't guarantee you safety.
Free speech doesn't guarantee you safety. When his parents are complaining that people are coming to their house and they feel scared and afraid, yeah, that was a threat.
So, am I racist? Yeah, I'm racist against. I don't like them. Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
Watermelon felon, okay? As if that wasn't a racial slur. We're all on to you, okay? But I just want to know, this is what I think happened. I think that the fix was in. I feel that his alleged uncle, that's the warden of the jail, he's in on it. The judge who gave the quickest trial I've ever seen and gave a person that's a first-time offender a life sentence, he's in on it. I think that the white supremacist groups, specifically the Proud Blank, they're in on it. I mean, listen, if they could have dinner at the main house and, hang out with the main dude, then they can come down here and help a judge out. So let me say this really quickly because this video is getting long and I don't want it to be too long. Now, according to the rumors, they have moved Mello to another prison. And according to the rumors, this prison is ran by his cousin, Jeff's cousin, who happens to be the warden. Not only that, I'm being told that the outside white supremacists reached out to inside to the white supremacists. Now, we all know how segregated jail is, and you have to be racist in order to survive there. They are groups. The whites eat with the whites, the black eats with the blacks, and so on and so on, especially the Mexicans. Like, they might rule the prisons. But I don't know what kind of prison this is. But I'm being told that something's going to happen to Mello through the white supremacist groups inside the prison. I'm being told that he's in a lot of danger. And, look, I didn't really think about it, but I should have thought about it. I did not think that deeply into what was going on until this prick just made this video and exposed the whole plan, because it got me into digging around to find out what was going on. If they are, and I should have known, if they are harassing his parents on the outside, if they're harassing bloggers, if they're threatening news journalists, then I feel bad for Mello because they're going to hurt him and he could possibly lose his life. And in all honesty, that's probably what this Jeff guy wants. I truly believe that's the plan. And we wouldn't have suspected anything if this, I don't even want to call him a name, if Jeff wouldn't have gone on drunk live on social media and exposed the plan, okay? Because that tape is way worse than you guys know. He actually called a woman, a black woman, the N-word. I mean, he was really crashing out. There is so much more to this case that I need to cover. So I will be covering it all day, and I will be going live with Perry, and we will be talking about it. But yeah, he really crashed out, and that's what got me to digging, and that's how I found out that this was all a plan. So let me know down in the comments section, what do you think Mello's parents should do? They can't go to the police. Should they move? I mean, I probably would leave the state and all of my items. I wouldn't care about my home, my wallet, none of it. It's material things that could be replaced. They're probably sitting and waiting. This is just one of the worst trials I have ever covered in my life. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Until next time, bye for now.